Hey guys, Dave Glover here from the Dave Glover Show on FM News Talk 97.1, and I am at my home away from home, Weber Chevrolet in Creve Court, talking to Larry. Larry, how you doing, man?
Very
good to see you.
Very good.
We're going to talk a little bit about Onstar. Now, Onstar's been around for several years. It's been in the last couple of cars that I've purchased from Weber Chevrolet. And I have typically thought of Onstar as an emergency function. That you have an accident or you find yourself hopelessly lost and you hit Onstar and, hey, Onstar saved my butt. And it does do that very, very well, I know from personal experience, but Larry is so much more than that.
Right. And while the customer, while you are in the finance office, I am not just sitting there, I am registering you with Onstar. That's what this piece of paper is. Once I register you, it prints off this piece of paper. This shows that you are registered with Onstar. By the time we get out to the car, they should know your name. And Onstar is free for 6 months. All features other than one, with one optional feature, and that is the phone. Before I get to that though, I want to give you a card.
Okay.
So this has Onstar's phone number on it. And there's a reason I'm giving you that, which I'll tell you about in a couple minutes.
All right.
On the Onstar features, I told you there's one that's not free. On the mirror, you have a red button that is for police, fire, ambulance, wherever you need some really quick help. There's a blue button that says ON on it.
Yes.
That is for virtually anything else other than an emergency. Running out of gas, flat tire, needing directions how to get somewhere, anything like that. The third button is a black button that has a picture of a phone on it. That's the optional feature.
Yes.
If you got a cell phone, most people do nowadays, you may have had an experience where it went dead. Or we got in an area where reception wasn't very well. For that reason, Onstar offers you an optional phone on Onstar that you can buy minutes for. And it's very cheap. You can get 300 minutes with Onstar for 10 bucks, $9.99, 300 minutes, or you can get 60 minutes for $5. And the way that works is this. You press the button on the mirror and they say Onstar ready. You say dial or call, it'll say number please. You speak it just like we're talking. 974-1580, bang, you got a phone, it's dialing your number. So it's a nice backup for your cell phone. So that is the only feature that you have to make a decision about at this time.
Yes.
The rest of them you get free for 6 months. The most important features, if you notice on the form that I printed out from Onstar, that was the one I told you about was the phone. Onstar crash response. If your vehicle's in an accident, airbag deploys, the car, not you, the car calls Onstar for help. They call back. If you don't answer, they pretty much figure you're injured and you can't answer, so they send out help for you wherever you're at. It's a great feature if you've been knocked out in an accident or something. Is that so? The Onstar, again, the Onstar calls for you. You don't call; they call for you. They call back. You've got help on the way. The other thing I want to tell you about is Onstar Diagnostics, which is kind of like a health check for your vehicle. Every month, Onstar runs diagnostics on your vehicle. They will send you an email into your inbox with things that may need, such as maybe you need an oil change, maybe you need tire rotating, maybe there's been a recall. Anything like that goes right into your inbox. That way you can have constant care for your vehicle. Now also, that card I gave you, see the number on the back?
Yes, I do.
That's Onstar's phone number. I recommend you put that in your phone. Reason being, one of the features of Onstar is if you lock your keys on your car by accident, you can call that number and they will send a beam down from satellite and unlock your doors. And there was a lady one time, got out, her kids were in the car, she got out for just a second, kid goes, bang, locks the doors, but could not figure out how to unlock them. She called Onstar, a matter of seconds, she's got the doors unlocked, she's safe, she feels good, her kids are safe. That's a nice feature. Also, on your registration form that I printed off for you, this is yours, you get roadside assistance, crisis assistance on the highway, any kind of emergency service, blue button, they're there. They take care of you instantly. And the last feature I want to tell you about is turn-by-turn directions. A lot of cars nowadays have this screen navigation. There's only one problem with that screen. You're going down the highway, all of a sudden you realize you don't know how to get where you thought you were going. You got to pull over, punch some numbers in, punch an address in, to get directions. Not with OnStar.
Yeah.
With OnStar, you press the blue button, you say, I need directions. They ask you for an address or the name of a business. They download it into the vehicle, and they give you turn-by-turn verbal directions every step along the way, and they display the next street you turn on right on your radio screen. So it's a great feature. I know that a lot of people feel like they have to have navigation, but the nice feature is this is a live person.
Yeah.
You can talk while you're driving. And also, one final feature, should a thief steal your vehicle? Hope not, but they can track it for the police and tell the police where it's located and get it right back for you.
And you hear that happening all the time. I had 2 experiences. A couple years ago, my wife and I drove to Chicago, and we were trying to get back on the highway 55, whatever it is, and we got lost. And next thing you know, we're in south side of Chicago, very scary neighborhood.
Yeah.
And we hit our OnStar button, and it was maybe literally a lifesaver because the woman on the other side, we told her, look, we're in a bit of a panic here. And she very calmly talked us out of there, got us back to the highway. I became a huge fan of OnStar. Also, when I bought my new car here, I think like a lot of people, you tend to say no to every option that you're offered because you think, oh, that's some sort of a ripoff. And I said no to the minutes calling on OnStar. And my sales rep said, listen, Dave, you need to do this. If you never use them, fine. $9. So I did it, and it wasn't a week later that I had forgot to charge my phone and I needed to make a phone call, and I did it, and I was so thankful to Mike, who sold me my car, because $10. And
300 minutes.
It could have been
$10.
a client call, it could have been an emergency call. So big fan of OnStar. Anything else we need to let the people know?
We will call OnStar. They will ask you 2 questions. They'll ask you if you want to buy minutes for the phone, and they'll ask you for a PIN number, because if you ever get locked out, they want to make sure it's not a thief calling.
Sure.
It's you calling to
Sure.
get in your vehicle. So they'll ask you for a PIN number.
All right, guys, so that is the OnStar system. I hope that is helpful. Larry, thank you very much.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you. Very nice.
Dave Glover from Dave Glover Show, FM News Talk, saying goodbye from Weber Chevrolet. See you next time. Guys, remember that with your smartphone app, you're never more than a couple of touches away from Weber Chevrolet. Whether it's for contact information or to make an appointment here in the maintenance department, just pop it up, push the button, and you're there.